What's good, YouTube? Cardfight King here, AQUA Life Baby. You already know how it is. Okay, guys. So what it's looking like is the week of AQUA Life. They finally started revealing the Aqua Force support cards for us from G Set 9, and I am extremely excited because it's, hopefully it's AQUA Life week. You already know how it is. You already knew I was gonna make the video. So they just revealed today's card of the day, and so I had some time, so I'm gonna read them to you guys. I'm gonna put all of their effects in the description box below, but I'm gonna read them to you guys and then give you guys my quick analysis on it. And then I also found out some other news regarding Maelstrom, so stay tuned for that. So let's get right into it. And now all three of these cards are blue waves. So I think I said in a video or in the comment sections that I didn't think Blue Waves was really going to get support this set. I thought they were going to more or less benefit off of the generic support that we get for Wave or maybe for Thou or something. But we did get Blue Wave cards, 3 new Blue Wave cards in fact. So never know, they surprise us. So let's get into this. First card is Blue Wave Marine General Damia. She is a grade 2, she's a grade 2 9K. So her ability is auto on the rear guard circle. Soul Blast 1. When your grade 3 or greater Blue Wave Vanguard attacks, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one each of your other Vanguard and rear guard, and they gain power 2,000 for the turn. So pretty much what that means is that you can't choose her for it, but you can choose one Vanguard and one rear guard to get an additional 2,000 power for the turn when your Vanguard attacks. So that's when your grade 3 or greater Blue Wave Vanguard attacks. So things I'm thinking of, things I'm thinking of off the top of my head, Foivos. Why are we thinking Foivos? Because, and Foivos and Anger Boil Tetra Boil, because here's the thing, when you stride on top of Anger Boil gets or Tetra Boil will gain 3,000 power, right? So he put them at 29. When he attacks the opponent's Vanguard, her ability can go off. You can Soul Blast 1, give him an additional 2,000 power. Now, that means that he's going to swing at 31, which means that, Screw will still be, instead of them dropping Screw for a 2 to pass, they drop Screw for a 1 to pass, and then we also have, then they have to drop another card. So instead of 1 card for 2 pass, they're going to have to drop 2 cards for 2 pass, or a Screw and a 10k shield for a pretty much a no pass, because we're obviously going to be restanding. So she definitely helps in that regard. Now, also Foivos, again, right off the top, Foivos. As you guys know, when he restands, he gets 2k, he's at 11. Then with her additional 2k, he's at 13. Now, 13 and 11, not much disparity unless we are facing a cross, right? 13 is definitely an important number. But here's the kicker. When you are on Tetra Boil, and these support cards definitely center around the Tetra Boil turn when you stride onto him. When you stride on Tetra Boil and you do have Anger on top of Anger Boil as your heart, it's very important, again, guys, very important that we get Anger Boil on the Vanguard circle. So when you stride on top of him, Anger Boil, when you attack, when he attacks the second battle, you get to choose 2 units and 2 rear guards, whatever, give them plus 3,000 power. So what does that do? Foivos would originally be at 14 unboosted because his ability puts him to 11. Anger Boil's ability, on stride ability, puts him to 14. That extra 2k puts him at 16, which gives him a magic number. And that to me is extremely important. There's so many times where you'll be at 14, you hit a trigger, he's at 19. Now it's like 14 hit a trigger, 16 hit a trigger, he's at 21, swinging twice. Again, between 16 and 21 doesn't matter right now. What I'm focused on is the fact that she does help in that regard, especially on the Tetra Boil play. Even outside of that, the fact that you give 2k to any rear guard or Vanguard means that Stacia becomes even more important in this deck as well. Because she is from the back row a 9k to anywhere. You guys know how I feel about Stacia. That's my girl. That's Bae in the deck. But her giving, Damia Stacy, a new wife, that's my new waifu combination right there. Giving her 2K gives her 11K, means that she can hit the Vanguard now without relying on Anger Boil to restand her, or restand her, or just give her extra power if you only attack with one card and you're only restanding one card, rather. So again, this card, I can definitely see potential, but another important factor about Damia is that she allows us to have a grade 2 rush with Foivos. Why is this important? Because she has Blue Wave in her name. The only Blue Wave card that we have that's a grade 2 is Foivos. And when you're on Foivos, in order to get a grade 2 rush off with Foivos, effective grade 2 rush off with Foivos, you have to have 2 copies of him in your hand. Ride one, then call him to the side, call another card out for an attack, and now you can use Foivos's wave 3 ability. But now that we have another ride target for Blue Wave, even though she only works if you have a grade 3 or get a Blue Wave Vanguard, she's your ride target. You want to be able to ride her and then drop a Foivos and have another card out on the board, because then now we can get off that really sweet grade 2 push with Foivos, and then we can get to grade 3 and continue to do the same things we've done before. So I'm actually very excited about this card. I see a lot of potential in this card. Again, I'm waiting for more support to come out, but this card is definitely good. Now, the next card is Blue Wave Soldier Kimon. And what he does is he's a grade 1 7K. So auto, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, sort of like a Glimmer Breath clone. When this unit appears on rearguard circles, if you have 2 or more originally named Blue Wave cards on your Vanguard circle, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your other units and give it and this power 4,000 for the turn. Okay, right off the top, he's a Glimmer Breath clone. Okay, he's the Glimmer Breath clone for Blue Waves in a sense, but it's kind of weird that he's a grade 1 7K. Now the only thing about this card, and you'll see in the next card as well, that is the kicker that is driving me away from this card right now, again, wait till more support comes out, is the fact that is the originally. That's that keyword, originally, in there. And here's the reason. You have to have 2 or more originally Blue Wave cards on Vanguard Circle. That means that if you stride onto Lambros, Thavis, Aristotle, Titleborg, Christos, Seabreeze, whatever, he will not be able to get his ability off because we do not have 2 original. Even though the stride card takes the name of the heart card, that's not his original name. And so since it's not his original name, we don't have 2 cards. So he only works when you stride on Tetraboil. But you Counterblast 1, you Soul Blast 1, and you give him and another unit plus 4,000 power. So that's pretty nice. You can give Foivos the power, push him up a number. You can give Tidal Assault. Always giving Tidal Assault power is definitely awesome. Just title. But to me, this card's a little bit too costly. Even though it's a nice 7K booster, a Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, I'm not really floating with right now. I feel like we use enough Counterblast in between using at least for right now, Magnum Assault and Foivos, as well as Tetraboil. But this card might see some play. I'm still looking for a card to replace the Seagull Soldier with. Our grade 2 lineup outside of Foivos and Tidal Assault is a little bit up in the air. Magnum Assault is an okay, Magnum Assault is a good card, but he kind of is an awkward fit in this deck. Sometimes he works well, sometimes he kind of hinders it a bit, and is a little bit heavy on the CB side, which I'm glad Damia came out, so I can test her and things. But right now, I'm this card is just a little bit too costly just for a 4K, and since it's on call with no ability to bounce back to hand or anything, he's a 1-turn usage, and again, it's only on your Tetraboil turn, so I don't really see this card getting much play. I'm not exactly excited about. I'm just excited because Aqua Force cards, but I'm not exactly excited about this card in particular, Kimon. But then we have the last card that was revealed, and I'm going to talk more about Kimon in a second. But this is Blue Wave Dragon Submerge Dragon, another grade 1 7K Blue Wave card. Continuous ability on the rearguard circle. While you have 2 or more originally named blue wave cards on your Vanguard circle, this unit can attack from the back row. Okay, so again, right off the top, we have a Stacia clone, not Generation Break. None of these cards here are Generation Break, which is, in a sense, okay, but they might as well have been, because you have to have 2 or more originally named blue wave cards on the Vanguard circle, which means that you're going to, at least, unless we get a Legion, really, you're going to have to be stridden on Tetraboil in order to even use both of these cards. And Submerged Dragon doesn't gain any extra power at all, so he's just a vanilla 7k swipe from the back row, which I guess is why, you know, you can combo him with Damia. Damia can give him 2k, so he can be a Stacia and swing 9, or you combine him with Kimon. Kimon can give him 4k, and he can swing 11k and actually hit the Vanguard, and 11k and 10k or higher rear guards. But it seems like with this card, you need a lot more. He need in order for him to be an effective piece, not only do you have to be straightened on Tetraboil, but for him to actually even be useful, but you also have to have other cards, you know, help this card out, which I'm not exactly liking in this format. I really think that I need things to go off when I need to go off, and I don't need, you know, to one card to link up to another card to do other things, you know, in order for them to be really effective. Damia, on the other hand, is effective because she can push, you know, by herself. She pushes Foivos to, you know, on special, even on special on Tetraboil turn, she pushes Foivos to there. Shoot, Damia puts Tidal at 11. She puts Tidal at 11. She puts Tidal at 11. That is good. I mean, even Kimon will put Tidal at 13. Reduce 5, he'll be at 8, but not much disparity between the 8 and the 7. And he also costs a Soul Blast. I mean, I just, you know, of these 3 cards, I really think Damia, her ability, is going to garner the, you know, the majority of usage in the deck than both of these cards. Again, I would rather play Stacia over Submerged Dragon, because Stacia can already swing 9 and hit the rear guards by herself. With Damia, she can hit 11k Vanguards, you know, 11k Vanguards. You know, again, yes, I know that, you know, she needs a little help to hit the Vanguard, but she can hit the rear guards by herself. This card here, I have to be on a specific unit. Stacia does not. I have to be on Tetraboil as it stands right now, and I, you know, have to have him get help to, you know, at least swing at the rear guards, you know, 4k if I'm playing Kimon. So again, Submerged Dragon compared to Stacia, I need a lot of help with, you know, in order for him to be effective. Even though he's a 7k booster, and 7k boosters are very nice, I get more overall usage out of Stacia. Now, when it comes to Kimon again being restricted to the fact that you have to have 2 or more original blue wave cards on your Vanguard circle. You know, again, if you're first strike, you know, again, in this format, guys, when you have Gear Chronicles going off, you have the Wiseman loop, which I think is the most broken deck in the format right now, just because of the loop. It's a great deck, but the loop just takes it. You know, Angels, other things like that, Vanguard, whatever. Cards like this that require 2 or more originally blue wave cards on the Vanguard circle take too long to start up. You know, cards like Stacia, as soon as we stride, Aristotle, Tidal Board, Commander Thavis, whatever it is, we can, you know, she can be useful. Damia, all we have to have is a grade 3 or greater blue wave. And since the stride takes a name, it's going to be Anger Boil. It's going to be a Tetra Drive. So for a Soul Blast, you get her ability. And she doesn't need to be restricted. Her only restriction is grade 3 or greater blue wave. I don't need to have 2 originally on the Vanguard circle, which is why she works a lot better than these other 2 cards do. And the other card here, Kimon, again, Kimon's an interesting card, but again, he does counterblast 1. So if you do use him on the Tetra Boil turn, let's say we are on Anger Boil, that's 2 counterblasts between them. And then if you're planning on using Foivos in that turn, that's 3 counterblasts that we're using for 1 turn. Just for a 4K, and then he becomes a vanilla 7K booster after the fact. Again, I'm not a big fan of these grade 1 cards being I'm not a big fan of these grade 1, especially Submerged Dragon. I'm really unimpressed by this card because of his condition to have 2 original Blue Wave cards in Vanguard Circle. So he's only good on your Tetra Boil turn. And if you do just give him power from Anger Boil's on Stride ability, he's only a 10K. Again, he's still not hitting a Vanguard. He can hit a Rear Guard, but he's not going to hit a Vanguard. You know, again, I'm getting more usage out of Stacia than I am him. Only difference between is he's 7K booster, she's not. Don't really give a damn. And then when you again, you know, Damia is where it's at right now, guys. Damia is looking really nice. She looks like a card that's going to open up a lot of new plays, a lot of fresh plays, a lot of different things for this deck. Now, she does cost a Soul Blast 1, so that means that, you know, especially since her ability is an auto ability when your Vanguard attacks, her ability can go off multiple times in a turn, and can work over a span of multiple turns if your opponent does not kill her off. So, and I'm assuming that Tidal and Foivos are more attractive targets to hit anyways. So, you know, I'm definitely looking, again, I am still looking for a card to replace the Seagull Soldier with. Even though I do like him, Damia just caught my eye right there. And so, you know, her and him, I don't want them right now competing for Soul Blast. So again, we still have a lot more support, you know, to wait out to see what's coming out. So, you know, we're gonna wait on that. But I'm very excited for Damia. These other 2 cards I'm not exactly excited about at this current moment in time. But again, more support and I'll be happy. Now, last piece of news. I heard this, I was reading this, reading it on Facebook and all the posts and stuff about Maelstrom. Now, as you guys know, Maelstrom is getting reprinted, in the set. I think it's getting reprinted as a triple rare. It's Glory Maelstrom. It's getting reprinted. So apparently that one of the other triple rare spots for Aquaforce is going to be for, I guess it's called a revival slot, like how Raging Form got revived, recently and whatnot. And Descendant, Glory Maelstrom is going to have, I guess, a revival stride. You already know I have my Maelstroms upstairs, so it's all good. Yeah, so looks like Maelstrom's going to be getting a revival stride. I really want it to be something good, we're going to start this campaign movement, and I'm going to talk more about this in tomorrow's video, but make Maelstrom great again. Make Maelstrom great again. He's OG. He's the OG boss of Aquaforce, even though Thavis has taken over, and, Blue Waves have, come along as well. And Ripple's got to be consistent with Odie. But, Maelstrom's playstyle is so similar to Thavis that you might as well play a Thavis deck, because Maelstrom's playstyle is just it's like the same damn thing. It's literally the same damn thing. They're so similar to each other. And what is the finisher? Lambie. Lambie's the finisher. The Maelstrom Stride, and that's going to be a discussion for either tomorrow as well in a double video day or Wednesday. But this is Mondays. But Admiral Maelstrom sucks. It is really not good. I don't know how many times I've tested that card, trying to figure out a way to get it to be good. The playstyle of Maelstrom is good to me, but him, no, just not. And Thavis and him's playstyle just are so similar to each other. Yet Thavis has better cards he can use, a better on stride ability. The only thing, the difference is that that's not Generation Break and Thavis is. and and Maelstrom does have more search. So again, what I'm thinking is that Maelstrom has potential to be great again, but it needs the right support. And what I'm hoping is with this revival of Glory Maelstrom, with this new Maelstrom stride that I think that we're getting, hopefully it's something that can bring Maelstrom into the light, can bring Maelstrom, you know, raise him up. Maybe we'll also get some more Maelstrom support cards in the set too, but it's something that can, you know, raise him up. So hopefully by Wednesday, we'll have some new Maelstrom support guys. You guys know if Maelstrom support comes out, I'm going to be on that video right then and there. But, you know, maybe we can get some Maelstrom support cards to raise that deck up again. Obviously, I'm looking for more Thavis support and looking for more, you know, cards that we can definitely incorporate into Blue Waves. As you guys know, me and Tetra Drive go way back, as well as Maelstrom. Just Maelstrom right now, it's just not a competitive deck. But, yeah, that is the... that's the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And look forward to more Aqua Force. Hopefully this is the week of Aqua Life. You already know how it is, baby. Aqua Life, we out. Peace.